Hi, I'm Rowena Bird, one of the co-founders of Lush and one of the inventors of some of the products that you can find in our stores. Lush started 30 years ago, so this is our 30th anniversary this year, and it was created by the 6 founders that are still in the business today, all except one who died at the beginning of the pandemic.
Okay.
But we're still all very active within the business.
Jackie,
We've worked together for over 40 years. So when we started the business, we knew that we didn't have any money. So a lot of the packaging ideas and things were because we didn't have any money. But we soon realized that actually customers loved the fact that things weren't all packaged up and they could pick them up and they could smell them. We were manufacturers and inventors, but not retailers. So we knew when we started the shop, what we wanted to do was to create these stores where people could come in and have an amazing experience, to come in and just see and be enthralled. It was like mini theatre. We wanted to be able to talk to people about the product, about the ingredients, show them how to use them. The important thing for us was to be able to give the customer a real hands-on experience, not just products that are hid away in a box in cellophane and you're not allowed to use them or touch them or smell them until you get home. So we want to do demonstrations. We want to rub them on you, let you smell, and just really enjoy everything. And all our staff are trained to understand all the raw materials that are in there. And so when you come in, we're going to ask you how you want your skin to feel, how you want your hair to feel, how you want to feel, and then we're going to find those perfect products. The important thing is that we find the product that you want so you're not disappointed. We're in 52 countries. Out of 52 countries, Chile is the 16th most popular country for product. And their countries are split into 2 ways. One is global, which it belongs to the UK, and then we have our partner. And our partner-run countries, Chile is the 3rd biggest. It can come, all of us process in a different way. It can come from, some of us use music, some of us use food, just an idea in your head. So if I take you through Rose Argan body conditioner, I was in the shower, my hair is bleached, I was washing it, and it feels really dry. We put the conditioner on, it goes soft. And I thought, I wonder if you can do this for your skin so that you can condition your skin to make it soft while you're still in the shower, so it's like an underwater body lotion.
Amazing.
So you just never know where an idea. I get a lot of ideas when I travel, and sometimes the buyers bring in a really beautiful ingredient that you just want to use, and you think, what would be the best way, the best format to use this ingredient in?
Maybe some products come from Patagonia.
You never know.
Nunca se sabe.
I actually have a bottle of water. Now it's water now. I went to Everest Base Camp. And I got 2 big bottles of snow. I filled the snow.
See?
Yeah, and now it's only this size. And one day I'm going to make a product that's just going to have a little drop. That's going to be so limited. These are like toothy tabs and the mouthwashes. And the idea behind these was that there's over 1 billion toothpaste tubes every year in America alone go into landfill. So as a brand, what we're always looking for is how can we reduce our impact on the planet? Yeah. So by reducing the need for a toothpaste tube where nothing else can happen with it afterwards, these little pots, still packaging, but these can be recycled to toothpaste tube. Okay. So then if we come over here, one of the most important things for us at Lush, if we can, we make things solid and naked. So we'll look at some of those in a little bit. but we don't have lots of fancy packaging. So we decided early days, we started with the blackboard, because at school you have the blackboard and the white writing. So we knew that people would immediately think, okay, this is information. And then we moved that down into our packaging. So then we have the black and white has become our theme. So the important thing about our black pots, now in Chile, you can bring them back. How much do you get for a pot?
5, and we'll give you a soap.
Oh, 5?
Yeah,
and you get a soap?
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 5 black pots and you get a soap. In here, this is our ingredients listing. I've never seen any other company do this, but we list everything. All the natural ingredients are in green, and the safe synthetics are in black. We don't have our product police in our manufacturing. We give everybody the power to make their products so that they are proud of them. And to be proud of them, you then put your face on the sticker, which tells you when you've made it, when to use it by. And this is our form of quality control, because this guy, if he wasn't proud of the products he's made in here, he wouldn't want his face on there. And these are real people. Yeah, and so then the pot comes back, and then we have most of our products now are vegan. So we class ourselves as a vegetarian company, but 95% of our products are vegan. The way we buy our raw materials is different to other companies, where we won't buy from a company that does any testing. So often a company will buy a raw material, but not the raw material that's tested. But the profit from that would go to the animal testing if the company was doing animal testing. So we won't buy from a company that does any animal testing. So none of our money, be it a profit, whatever, will go towards animal testing. And then some years ago, we realized that that is not even enough, and we've created the Lush Prize, which is a prize of £250,000, which is donated alternate years to young scientists, to educators, to campaigners. There's 5 groups. I can never remember. Maybe you'll remember all 5.
Yes. Education,
science, young science, campaigning.
I think it's something about.
Yeah. So they're all. People apply for funding, because a lot of this area, funding doesn't come easy. So we then fund them to carry on their work, so that they are working on ideas that will completely replace animal testing, and it be much more effective results. And people from all around the world actually win these prizes. But what we realized this year was that it doesn't matter how much of this work you fund, if you don't change the government's policies, then there isn't the big change. So now we're still supporting all those groups, but we are being much more political about our animal welfare. Campaigning. Then one other thing I want to point out about the packaging is the clear plastic bottles. For 2 years now, they've been made for many years. We've always had recycled plastic, but now we have ocean prevented plastic. And so we're really proud of these. So the plastic comes from Bali, mostly from Indonesia. Yeah. And then it comes over granulated. The products in the white packaging, these were very much based on, for many years ago, we used to produce, we were a big supplier and inventor of products for the Body Shop, but we invented them. When we talk about, we can do gift wrap here. Yeah. So all our gift wrap, we try and make it into things that you can reuse it. And the ribbons are made from recycled plastic, and the paper and the card is all recycled. But what we really love and would encourage people to use is the knot wraps. So the knot wraps are made either from 100% organic cotton or recycled plastic again. So the most important thing about our soap is that it's vegan for a start, and it doesn't contain palm oil. Most soap actually has an animal content, but you would not know that. So the invention of liquid soap is actually a complete nightmare to the planet, because everybody's using liquid soap in a pump container, which creates more packaging, and it's preserved as well. So, and because it's got preservative, you're putting more preservative back into it, and it actually does not clean your hands as well as a piece of soap would. So we create our soap in big blocks so that we can then cut it up, and people can buy a big piece or a small piece, whatever. And with our soap bases, most soap is like 98% soap, and then you've got fragrance and color in the other two. Ours is around 80% soap, and then we can put other ingredients in it. So we can have salt and olive oil and coffee and lemon juice, all sorts of really other wonderful things. So the soap is much more gentle as well than on the skin. 4 are our ballistics, bath bombs. And the idea for these came from Mo Constantine, who has really very sensitive skin and could not use a lot of products in her bath water. So they're made from bicarb and citric acid. So they soften the water, deodorize the water, and then they impart the beautiful essential oils that we put in them to work on the mind and on the skin. This is like the bestseller. The other thing that we have for the bath is a bubble bath, solid bubble bath. So it was an accident. Helen was trying to make a deodorant, and she left all the ingredients in the bowl overnight. When she came back in the next morning, it had gone solid, and as she washed it up, just all these mountain of bubbles kept coming up. So she'd invented the solid bubble bath. So we replaced the bottle for bubble bath, and we've also replaced the bottle for bath oil. So this is a solid bath oil. Yeah. So sometimes the solid one comes first, and then we never make a liquid. But then sometimes the liquid comes first, and then we always try and make it into a solid. The important thing is always, though, to offer a customer choice. So we have a solid shampoo and then the liquid shampoo. So the customer has the choice. Oh, yes. This is a beautiful story. So this is a cork pot made in Portugal. So the trees were becoming endangered because of the wine industry not wanting cork anymore. So we came up with this idea of creating the cork pot for the shampoo bar. But the first delivery of these that came to Poole in Dorset in the UK came on a sail ship. So it sailed all the way from Portugal all the way to Poole to deliver the cork pots. So this was the first carbon neutral delivery that we ever had. This sequesters more carbon than anything there. So really beautiful too. Oh, there, tester. So this is big shampoo. The important thing about salt is that the salt pans where this comes from, there are they're stops for the birds when they're migrating. So they're really important, because if the salt flats go, the birds don't have that place to stop. And that's what we're doing when we're looking for our raw materials. We're looking for the best impact that we can have. So to buy salt that keeps a salt pan alive so that birds can rest there on migration is really important. When we talked about being vegan, the reason we're not 100% vegan is because we still use honey. But it's not just any honey that you could buy anywhere. It's honey where the bees have been respected, and not all the honey is taken away from them and then they're fed glucose. They still get to eat their own honey. We just take the excess honey. The favorite honey that we use is Zambian honey, and that is because the farmers of the bees that create the honey used to be elephant poachers and wild animal poachers. So now they have a job that doesn't endanger their life, doesn't kill the wildlife, and creates a beautiful